Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 170. My name's Ryan. I'm joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin.
Yeah.
And everybody watching on YouTube right now, because we are live on YouTube. Probably not while you're listening to this, if you're listening to the podcast. We're not live on YouTube. But we were at the time. Thursdays, 9:15-ish Central Time. We're usually live.
Honestly, they're listening next Thursday at that time, which we would be live, but it would be a different episode.
It would be a different episode. That's right. Tonight we are going to dive headfirst, just like I did this last weekend at a pool. I can tell that story real fast because I got a busted up head. Into the Mandalorian, the first two episodes of season 2, chapter 9 and chapter 10. I know that's confusing. I told my parents we're going to watch chapter 10, and they're like, well, what? We just saw the first one. So I had to explain to them that they just continued on afterwards. But yeah, I watched chapter 10 at a resort this last weekend in the woodlands. In the woodlands.
You sure you know where you're at?
Yeah, it was funny. I took our Fire Stick with us.
Yeah.
To plug in at the hotel, and then I realized when I got there, I left the remote at home, so I couldn't use it. So I had to go out and get something for the room at Target because we ordered pizza, but then we realized there wasn't anything to eat off of, so I just got some like paper plates because we're like civilized, I guess. I don't know. And I saw that they had Fire Sticks like for Black Friday sales for like $17. So I just got one and took it back to the room.
There you go.
Yeah. So now I've got an extra one. I can put it on office.
That reminds me. I was watching or listening to a podcast, and they were talking about one reason they don't 100% bought in on Disney Plus. This is a Disney podcast. It's not one you all listen to, but they said the reason is because it's so hard to watch it. And I was like, what do you mean? It's super easy. You just turn on your Roku and it's right there. And they just didn't know what that was because apparently a bunch of people commented on one of their episodes and said, well, you just need to get a Roku or a Fire Stick or something like that. So if anybody out there thinks you have to watch it on your phone, on your laptop, look into a Fire Stick or a Roku, go to Amazon, Apple TV. There's plenty of easy ways. They don't have to add it to your Samsung TV or anything like that. If you have a Roku TV, it's there, of course. So
our Samsung
let
TV
us
has
know
it.
if you need to know.
Yeah, our Samsung TV has it.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
PS4 has it. Xbox Pro has
Yeah.
it. But yeah,
plenty of ways.
I mean, right now,
I'm sure most of our listeners know, but I just figured I'd throw it out there because I was surprised that people don't do these things because I thought it was just everybody did Roku or a Fire Stick or something.
Yeah, but
or Apple
yeah,
TV.
$17 for a. I mean, it's not the 4K one, but $17. I mean,
yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Most people don't have 4K TV, so it's fine.
But so, anyways, because we went to lunch on the way there, and because I hadn't seen The Mandalorian yet, I'm like, okay, first thing when we get to the hotel, we're watching The Mandalorian, season or chapter 10, and so we sit down at lunch, and the table next to us, next to us, you know how it is now. It's sort of like 6 feet away from us, or
most places. Yes.
Yeah. They were like, so The Mandalorian, what'd you guys? And I'm like, shh. I didn't mean to say it out loud. I just went, shut up.
You did too. You meant.
And Jennifer was like, what? And I'm like, they just said Mandalorian. It's like, do we need to move tables? I'm like,
Yes, restaurants. We're moving restaurants.
we're going somewhere else. There's a Denny's over there. I'm sure nobody's talking about it in a Denny's. Anyway, so they actually left, probably because I told them to shut up. But I don't think they heard me say shut up, but I was just like, shut up!
Get out!
Get out!
Then you threw something at him.
Yeah.
Through your shoe.
Yeah, through my shoe.
He throws a shoe.
They scurried away. So, but yeah, we stayed at a nice hotel or resort because it was like a buy one, get one night free thing.
Yeah.
People are, struggling. And we're like the only people. There was like a couple other families there. And we had the restaurant there all by herself one night. We were the only people there. But they had these massive like water slides. I mean, like huge water slides that were taller than the resort. I mean, the resort was 3 stories tall. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, or had 3 floors. So I guess it was sort of spread out. It was like on a golf course, that type of thing. Anyways, I went down it, and it was like super fast, and I sat up too soon and about knocked myself out.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
that'll teach you to have fun.
I know, and they had a lazy river that was not lazy. It was like if you took a wave pool and just put it in a lazy river, like there were waves in this lazy river, awesome. And we were like flying through the air and stuff. It was really fun. But,
was this at a Gaylord?
No, it's like the Woodlands Resort.
Oh, okay. Because we're going to go to the Opryland Hotel in a couple weeks, and they have a indoor water park now, indoor and outdoor, and it's called Sound Waves. But they have a fast lazy river and then a slow lazy river. So I didn't know if it maybe was a similar company or whatever.
I don't know, but it was like rocking and rolling. I did hit my head on that too.
Jeez. I have to start wearing a helmet.
I know.
Yeah.
Instead,
like
my helmet on.
Or something.
But we had fun.
Helmet on in the pool.
Dork.
Geek.
Oh man.
This is for safety.
Yeah, this is for safety. But it was cool. It was really cool, but it was really like eerie and weird to be at this big, huge resort, and basically like there was a handful of people staying there. So that was strange and odd, but it was fun. It was fun. We liked it. We went to like this artsy fartsy area one night to get dinner, and like where all the the cool people go to hang out down by the waterway or whatever.
Drink their drinks with their pinky out.
No, like sort of like that, like hipster area, I guess.
Oh man!
And so we go into this place that my wife wanted to go, and I sit down, and it's like, it's the rich mahogany wood, like it sort of looked like that. It was like this hipster, like all wood and like with the steampunk elements and all this stuff. But I'm looking around at the clientele, and I'm like, what this place reminds me of. This has nothing to do with Mandalorian. I'm just talking so you can tell me, be quiet.
All right.
No,
she's like, what? I'm like, this looks like a place that a professor would bring one of his students to be like, let's discuss your paper. That type of place. And there was like professor like looking people sitting at the bar with these big beards, and I'm like, it's so funny. It looks like it's one of those places. And Jennifer's like, I'm a professor. And I'm like, oh, so you're bringing me here to discuss my paper.
Yeah, it's overdue. Maybe you can work something out.
Gross.
Like an extension on the paper.
It was just like a weird.
I don't want to hear about it.
It was
paper. Jeez, making it worse.
It was a weird place, and they had, air quotes, live music, but it was really 2 people with an iPad, and they would, start the song and then sing. Then they turn on these laser lights, and they like shoot me in the eyes. Yes, elbow patches on all the sweaters. Somebody in our comments has said that. So tonight,
even the elbow patches had elbow patches.
Yes, but that was our weekend. We had fun. But today, is it today or was it yesterday? Today or yesterday? The big drops happened.
For what?
The big, the PS5 and the Xbox S.
The Xbox was yesterday, I believe, and the PS5 was today.
So I'm sure you guys got both of them.
Oh yeah, I got like 5 or 6 of each. Just the
Oh, you're one of those.
I'm one of those people. Yeah, I didn't want them. I'm just putting them on eBay. No, I'm not doing that. No, I have seen pictures of people like taking a picture outside the store with like 3 or 4 of them, and then posting it on eBay
for like $1,400 and stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
come on.
No, I can wait. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the thing about when a new system comes out. It's not like there's a ton of games that comes out for it, at launch. There's like 1 or 2 good games, But people are like crazy to get the system, and then you're like, you play that one game, and then you're like, well, I guess I'm waiting until next year.
Can play, or the PS5 can. No, the Xbox can play the older games, right? You can put 360 games in.
For the most part.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but everybody that's bought this system already has those systems sitting at home. But now they're like, I can play my PS4 on my PS5. This is amazing. Like, we already have a PS4. You know? I mean,
but it's fast and it's got a different controller.
I'll get it at some point, but not anytime soon. Like, way down the road. Now, we may be getting. My son doesn't listen to this podcast because.
Oh, good.
It's 5 years old.
Say bad thing.
We may be getting them getting him a Switch. So I'm just now catching up to the Switch thing, you know, the Nintendo Switch. So because there's some Black Friday deal with the Switch, I think. But don't tell anybody because I don't want them to buy them all.
Well, don't worry, nobody's listening.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so that was a big drop today. One of our friends of the show, Kerry Gordon, I think he got a PS5.
Nice.
I saw him yesterday, and he said, "If you want me to come on and talk about the PS5, then yeah." I'm like, "Well, maybe we will." Since you have it and have first-hand experience. Anyway, so I'm trying to think. I haven't heard any. I think I heard something about there was a problem with the PS5 already. Something bad. Something happened. That's another reason I don't buy them straight out the gate. Anyways, but also today is the 1-year anniversary of little somebody we know.
Oh,
you know
who? No.
Disney Plus.
No. Oh, well, yeah. You said somebody. You know?
Yeah, you said
I just said that.
We don't know
to throw you off.
Yeah,
it's Disney Plus's 1-year anniversary. So let's really fast. Looking back at Disney Plus over this year, what have been your ups and downs, or your favorites or least favorites of the thing?
It's good.
I liked it.
Moving on. So next,
there's Goldblum, of course, the Jeff Goldblum show. I can't wait for more of that. I wouldn't say anything's been a really disappointment.
But all the lack of Marvel shows.
Yeah, lack of that's kind of like, and I saw that they're apparently moving WandaVision to January now.
Yep.
But Artemis Fowl is okay. And I'm a fan of the books.
Artemis Fowl was supposed to be a theatrical release.
Yes.
And they switched it over.
And I'm a fan of the books, so that one really kind of was like, they could have done better.
Yeah. It was sort of like after Mandalorian season 1, after Jeff Goldblum, after
Imagineer.
The Imagineer story.
Whatever it's called.
It was sort of like, what do you do now? Because they sort of had everything out at once, and then it was just like dead for a while. For a long time, actually. As far as new, cool shows. There was some other new shows that came out that weren't that good.
Porky asked a question.
Oh, well, but that came out when everything else came out.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole pandemic, I think, just messed everything up.
Yeah, but it suffered that at the beginning. Even it's January. Everybody's like, "What do we do now?" You know.
Yeah.
But our family's enjoyed it because there's been a lot of shows and movies that we've maybe not watched in a long time or never watched. Mm-hmm. One of the things my family really enjoyed is the vet shows that they have on there. I think we talked about it before, like Dr. Oakley.
You know me.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching those either.
Oh, I'm just saying. We've watched those a lot. Like I think those are actually on the National Geographic Channel, part of that.
Yeah.
So we've enjoyed it, and my son's almost every day watches something on it. But again,
my kids watch that.
A lot of the old movies that they continue to add. Like I've never watched Treasure Island or whatever. That's it, Treasure Island. So we watched it.
Yeah,
I was trying to think if that was the name of it or not, but
we put on like the Black Hole. and some of the older stuff. Of course, then like there was like the Clone Wars, which was great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was really good.
That's yeah. I need to finish that. I started it.
And Soul's coming out at Christmas, right? On it.
Yeah,
Mulan. Soul, Mulan will come out, I think, around then too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So more movies that were supposed to be in the theaters. Is Soul coming out just to watch, or is Soul coming out to pay me $30? You can watch.
I think it'll be the pay me $30 first.
Yeah, I won't be watching that.
So no, nope. Like Mulan, I will be waiting.
Yeah,
so it's included in what I'm already paying for.
There's a lot of theaters where you could spend $100 and have the theater all to yourself right now.
Yeah,
that is true.
Which is sort of cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, if we live closer, the video game thing is sort of intriguing. You bring your own system, so that's sort of like that. But they'll hook it up, I guess, to the projector. Yeah. Now I'm wondering if it's like the big projector, or if you go in there and it's like, it's like, and it's only like a little bit of the screen. Oh, there's no premium on Soul. We have in the comments here.
Oh, good.
It's included. Oh,
I guess they learned their lesson.
Yeah, Vance said that Right Stuff is good. I haven't got to watch The Right Stuff yet.
The Right Stuff. Oh, I thought that was just the movie, The Right Stuff. That's the series.
No, there's a series. Yeah, I want to check it out.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I didn't realize it.
The Muppets Now was okay. It had its moments.
Yeah.
Muppet Show.
I'm really looking to the Marvel things, but I guess since they're tied into the movies, they're just going to keep pushing them back until the movies can come out.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I don't know. Movie theaters may be dead. It's hard, that's bad to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Could be a long time before that gets back on track. We shall see. Anyway, so Disney Plus. We watch it every day with the kids. The kids watched Swiss Family Robinson the other day.
Good.
Nice.
Did you know there's 2 versions of it on there? There's a G version and a PG version.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
risky.
Yeah. Gonna be watching that PG version.
They say
I don't exactly know what the difference is.
You know,
and show some ankle in that one.
So, something I learned recently is that the movie Airplane is a PG movie.
Back in those days. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think that? Because it has at least one part that I know of that is not PG. So,
was it Goonies that was the first PG-13?
Goonies was with the first PG-13? I don't know.
It was something like that. It was something like that. It was some movie like that. It was going to be rated R, so the filmmakers were like, we need a new system, and they came up with PG-13.
Yeah.
I have to look it up.
Yeah, that Airplane should have been at least PG-13, probably. But
yeah, some of those older movies, it's surprising.
Yeah. The What If Marvels. Yeah, that hasn't come out yet. And
never mind. It was Red Dawn with Patrick Swayze that started.
Yeah. Chadwick Boseman's last performance as was going to be in. If he was Star-Lord, Did not know this.
That's cool.
Yes,
that's cool. I mean, it's sad that it's his last performance, but it's cool that they're going to have it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, shall we get into the main dish here? The Mandalorian.
Sure. I am full on appetizers and bread. Let's move along.
If you notice, if you're watching the video version of this, I'm surrounded by
hints, spoilers without context, right?
Spoilers without context for the.
We will be talking spoilers.
Yes.
If you were listening or watching, now is the time to hit pause if you've not watched.
Or if if you want to hear our voices more than you want to see the Mandalorian, we'll just tell you everything that happens. You don't have to bother watching it.
It's like the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah. Long time ago in a galaxy.
First, you had to do the glowing helmets.
Oh yeah,
all the helmets.
I love that. It's so cool. It makes you wonder. It's like, are these going to be the other Star Wars stories? And probably not.
Probably not.
Never know.
What do you mean the other Star Wars stories?
Like other shows.
Other shows, because like they show these
They're gonna be doing
pictures
other
of all
shows.
those helmets. Or
Oh, well, I think all of those have already been in movies. Or
yeah, but it's still interesting that it's on this
yeah, it is.
platform,
Mhm.
Disney had to do their own version of it.
like the Marvel thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So we will start with Mandalorian season 2, chapter 9, which is confusing to everybody.
What
I
about
call
1
it
through
episode
8?
one.
What about 1 through 8? That's what our parents said. Well, we're not. We haven't watched 1 through 8 yet. I'm like, well, they're just trying to confuse you. 1 through 8 is season 1, and now chapter 9 picks up season 2. Which season 2 picks up with chapter 9 instead of episode 1. It's chapter 9. They like to confuse you.
Yeah.
So
The man trying to keep us down.
yeah, if you the R5 head is the best spoiler.
Yeah, that was a comment in the chat, and I thought that's what I noticed as well, and thought the same thing, Winchester.
Anyways, so I'm getting off track here. If you want a recap of season 1, we should have an episode. Just go back.
Oh man, it's epic episode too.
Go back and find it back in the archives.
One of our most listened episodes.
Oh.
I believe.
Oh,
Interesting.
I'm sure this one will be right up there. Now we will be doing later on, as the Mandalorian goes along, maybe towards the end of the season, we'll be doing a big, huge episode where we'll discuss the whole season. Our good friend Ray Chase is going to be on. Maybe some other guests. I don't know. We'll do a big round table. Since we don't really have movies, because we used to do these big round tables with these blockbuster movies that come out. There isn't any. So we'll do a big round table episode on season 2 of The Mandalorian, which will be chapters 9 through, do we know how many there are?
Hope a lot. I hope there's a lot.
I think there's 8.
Is there 8? So you do the math. Chapter 9
Pressing
through
already.
whatever.
16.
Who knows?
Be good with math here.
I'm no good with math here at all. All right, so it opens up. No, we're not going to go through frame by frame, but overall, we'll just start with overall. You're coming from season 1 where it was a big blockbuster. Everybody, I know what Chris is going to say. I'm going to slap him through the computer. So you come from this big blockbuster of season 1, and you come in expecting. Did you come in before it started? Before season 2 started, did you come in expecting it's going to just keep ramping up and get better, or were you a little like hesitant, like, it may be good, but how are they going to top last season?
So I read an article and somebody made that point of, they have a lot to live up to or to try to beat the previous season. Like season 1 was so good, you're being introduced to all these new things and old things as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can they top that? And how can it be as good as this? So until I read that, I didn't feel that way. But then when I read it, I was like, oh yeah. And I said, oh no. And so yeah, but I was like, well, it'll be fine. It's going to be good either way.
Yeah.
It's got to be. So
yeah. Chris, did you feel the same way, or? Yeah, here it comes.
I thought it was good.
No, that wasn't even the question.
you're supposed to ask.
I phrased the question in such a way that answer would not make sense. You see what I did there? So,
Yep. Clever.
I'm a clever girl. Did you have the expectation that it's going to get better, or we may be a little disappointed?
I had feelings.
You're a jerk.
Yeah. I mean, I with any movie or show or anything, when going to the second season, I'm always a little wary.
Yeah.
That, like, did they really plan out something, or they just had this idea for this thing, they did it, and then the executive's like, we want more, and they're like, we weren't planning more.
Well, and two, one of the things that the article said that I read was that there's a danger of the child being too much of the focus, right? The name of the show is The Mandalorian, right? But all of a sudden, everybody is child crazy, right? In a good way.
Everyone wants a child.
And so it could ruin it, because I think I'm more into it because of The Mandalorian. I care less about the child, honestly. Oh. It's a neat little side story, but it's like I'd rather stick to this other thing, So, but it could be a big part of the story, of the big Star Wars story. We don't know yet. I mean, there's all these theories out there about it.
Do you think that the child's popularity has sort of petered off a little bit? Because if you go to any store and you go to the Star Wars section, the only thing you will find there is the child basically being a peg warmer.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, they're trying to catch up. They couldn't really advertise him for the first season, so they're going nuts.
Yeah,
nuts.
Child nuts.
It's like the picture in my background. It's like, man, that came out right after the episode.
Yeah.
Of course, they knew that it was going to happen, so they could make it. But it still is just weird. It's like, oh my gosh, it's.
Now I wonder when Funko got he's got a picture of the child with the egg container. Spoilers. Remember, there's going to be spoilers. I wonder if when Funko got the design, if they told him what it was, or if they're like, "What the heck is this thing?"
Gumball machine.
He likes gumballs.
Anyways, we'll get to that in a little bit. So, do you think? And I thought, I was hopeful that season 2 would just keep going, that it would just keep building and stuff, and not. So, were you guys, after watching the first episode of season 2, were you like, okay, this is going to keep going, or were you like, well, we'll see where it goes?
Yeah, I had the same feelings of like I'm watching a continuing story that is just as good. The only thing that bugged me, and I said this last week or the week before, whenever it was the music was weird to me in the first episode. It wasn't that way in the second, but I thought that was odd, and I was like, oh gosh, what happened to the music? And I was talking to another friend, and he when I mentioned it, he was like, yeah, that was kind of weird, but I don't know. He was another musician, and so maybe certain people don't notice those things. I don't know, but it was I don't know. But it was fine. I mean, listen. Otherwise, yeah, it was just this one part where they're coming into Tatooine. He's flying in, and it's like this triumphant return kind of music.
Oh,
like,
that was.
It was just weird, but it's otherwise. I mean, it was.
I think that's just the music that plays over the loudspeakers.
It probably
in
is.
Tatooine.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they want people to feel like they're in this tropical oasis, I guess. And
everybody gets a theme song on Tatooine, and when you arrive, it plays the theme song over top of what's going on.
But otherwise, it was great. The main story of what happened was just like, again, it felt like it kept on with the greatness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was good. It definitely. I mean, it felt like a slowdown.
Yeah.
I mean, the last few episodes really ramped up in season 1, so it definitely was a slower episode, like slower paced. It had, I mean, of course, over the episode it built up, but overall, a little slower to me.
So there was a comment just now about they also changed the aspect ratio to give it more cinematic feel, right? And there was that one part where all of a sudden it went to widescreen, really, like, or letterbox, I should say.
Yeah, with the crate dragon stuff, right?
Yeah, something. It was like, what in the world? But
the crate dragon's so big. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
It's in the crate dragon's contract.
Yeah,
that he can only be shown in that ratio.
Yep. We'll get. If you don't know who the crate dragon is, we'll get to that in a minute.
Wow.
Like sort of the backstory. So of course he goes in. He goes into this wrestling arena, pretty much, right?
Yeah,
it's like an underground, like fighting arena. Yeah,
with some familiar characters, right?
Yes. Green guys.
Green guys. And I was trying to think of what it's they're from
The Gamorrean Guard?
Pigs. Yeah, you know.
Gamorreans, or however you say it. I've always mispronounced Star Wars names.
What were they hitting each other with? There were axes, but it looked like they flash every time they hit each other with.
Yeah, they're like vibro axes, probably.
Okay,
that's the type of weapon. Sorry, like there's a knife that the Mandalorian carries. It's a vibro blade.
Oh,
when his knife and you see it shake, it looks like it's going.
Oh, it's like a massage stick.
Yeah, we come back to the Flash.
Yeah. The Flash. We're back in the Flash. So on season, the new season of the Flash. No.
Phase or Phase. I don't know.
I think we've seen. I think the one-eyed guy that he talks to. He's not that character, but his race is in the New Hope in the the Cantina. Sorry.
Yeah. He was voiced by none other than John Leguizamo.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
I was wondering. I couldn't figure it out. And, that was funny.
Yeah, so that whole scene was cool. I think, of course, we saw it in the trailer, so it sort of gave that scene away. But when he's getting ready to basically just tear into him, he just looks at him like, nope, I'm out, and he closes the cover over him. That was just hilarious.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And then, of course, he goes into Mandalorian, just goes off on everybody, and basically takes everybody out in there, which was a really cool scene to basically start off the new season, I thought.
Yeah.
And of course, he goes to Tatooine to meet up with, I forget the character's name. She's the
Pelly.
Yeah.
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 The fuzzy head or curly head lady.
Fuzzy head lady.
That's the curly head lady.
So my
Amy
family
Sedaris Pelly.
Yeah, Amy Sedaris. I was like, what? When I saw that in IMDb, but so I have a poodle, miniature poodle, right? And
named Amy Sedaris?
No.
Sedaris,
my son, Sedaris, yeah, whatever. My son said that she looks like our dog, or our dog looks like her, because their hair is like that. So it's funny, but it's
yeah.
So he's funny. Yeah, she's a great character.
Yeah, she's good. So they're looking for. So basically, that's one of my little props back here behind me. He's looking for another Mandalorian. She points him to the place, and she brings out an R5 droid to show a map. And did you? What?
Is his motivator broken?
Well, it could be wrong. It could just be we're reading anything into things. But he had the same burn marks on his head as the one from New Hope.
Supposedly, it is the same one.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's the same one from New Hope.
Isn't that awesome?
But that was really cool.
And supposedly in the prequels, somewhere in the background on Tatooine, you can see that same droid rolling around.
I wouldn't be surprised. But I just love all these little callbacks that
there were so many.
Yeah. And there is, in this episode, we'll get to it later, there is a Easter egg from Galaxy's Edge.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
that's sort of like a call out for we'll get to that. Anyways, so she sends him to find this other Mandalorian, and we find out that it's Boba Fett.
What?
No, not really.
No.
What did you think about how they did this? How they set this up? When he walks through, and you see the famous armor.
I immediately thought, "Oh, that's not him."
And tall.
Yeah. When I saw the armor, I'm like, "That's Boba Fett's armor." But then I'm like, "But that's not Boba Fett." Unless he's been on a
swagger,
a diet. Yeah, all that swagger. But I was so excited to see that actor in this role. I think.
Yes, I was happy. I'd forgotten he was supposed to be in this season. And then when
Timothy,
this helmet came off, I was like, oh, Timothy Oliphant.
Yes, I love him and everything he's done. He's just funny and
so yeah, he played basically the same role on everything he's done.
Yeah, except for Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah,
he was hilarious in
and
that.
Scary Movie 2.
Yeah. Scary Movie 2.
Which he was excellent in. I watched that again recently. So fun. But like, he's not the only character. He's not the only actor from Deadwood as well.
It was the guy behind the bar,
the bartender who played the bartender in Deadwood.
Yeah,
nice.
It's really funny. They did that on purpose, put them together again. But yeah, so I thought that was because there's there's been all these like rumors and stuff like Boba Fett's going to be there, Boba Fett's coming, and then they hit you first thing with, nope. Like it's Boba Fett's armor, but it's not Boba Fett.
Oh.
And so I'm sure there were people like, no, that's Boba Fett before he took the helmet off. But I'm like, there's no way. I knew that wasn't Boba Fett.
Yes, but he does play a character from one of the books. I believe one of the Star Wars books.
He's been in other stuff. That character.
Yeah, Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth.
Yeah.
I forget what exactly he was in. I pulled it up earlier to look at it. Let's see. I don't think I have it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, this is compelling.
Yeah. Anyways, he's been in something else.
That's fine.
Yeah, he was in one of the books, or it was the novel Aftermath, Star Wars novel Aftermath, and it basically kind of told his story, which kind of incorporates kind of what he tells you in the episode about how he came by the armor and who he is.
Does that story line up the same?
There are apparently some discrepancies.
Yeah.
But you could chalk it up to him telling the story to like how he wants people to hear it, because he kind of betrayed someone in order to get the armor a little bit, and if he told that to the Mandalorian, who he's trying to friend, then he may not trust him. So.
Which brings up a good point, because the rocket pack that he has, Boba Fett's was damaged, and there's pictures now that you can see his armor or his rocket pack versus Boba Fett's, and where it's been fixed on it. So it's like, did the Jawas fix it? Did somebody else have this armor before him and fix it? Did he fix it? But if he fixed it, why didn't he fix other parts of it? So it's sort of like, is he telling the Mandalorian the full truth about how he got the armor, or is there something he's keeping? Which I hope they bring him back at some point.
Mm-hmm. Timothy Oliphant is a well-known liar, so don't.
There you go.
You never know. Is that even his real name?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's Timothy Elephant.
Elephant.
Yeah. But
Elephant.
They were going to basically battle to the death, and whoever was alive at the end would keep the armor. But then the
hardcore right there.
Yeah, the ground started rumbling, and the Crate Dragon makes his appearance again. And when did the Crate Dragon first make his appearance? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone?
No.
It was Star Wars, the first Star Wars movie.
Yeah. New Hope. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a skeleton.
It was just a skeleton, which was actually a prop from a 1975 Disney movie or something like that.
Yeah, something weird
that they repurposed, and apparently it's still there and just left it there.
Yeah, it was like it covered up, and some archaeologist found it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's this? And then they realized, oh, this isn't real. But isn't that cool that and that's supposedly what the sound that Obi-Wan makes to scare off the Tusken Raiders was the sound of the Crate Dragon.
Oh, man. 4. There you go.
This all comes back together.
It was I have a Crate Dragon! Run from me!
I'm hungry! Give me...
I'm going to eat you! I have a Crate Dragon!
I don't think that's what it sounds
like. It's great!
So is it spelled the same way, and I should know this, but as Crate, the planet or whatever, where I didn't think so.
It's like that's K-R-A-T-E.
similar. AYT.
AYT.
I think is So how's it spelled on the other?
I think it's KRAIT, but I don't really know because I don't believe in that movie.
I know that's why I didn't refer to it with a name.
Or no, it may be spelled CRAIT.
I think it's with a C because I've seen
I
it
don't
before.
know.
I thought that was interesting. It had a similar name.
Yeah,
but whatever.
But that thing was huge. I mean,
that was bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
it was compared to the skeleton that you.
Yeah, see. That was like a baby one, I guess.
Yeah,
because this thing was massive. I guess it ate. It was so big that it ate the sarlacc from the sarlacc pit, which is because it was living where the sarlacc was.
Yeah.
So it ate it.
Yeah. And then chased Beetlejuice.
Yes, which I've seen a baby sarlacc, what it actually looks like at Galaxy's Edge. You can see one in this container. You saw it, didn't you, Katrin? Did you see it?
I'm sure. I think I have a picture of it actually. Is it in Doc Ondar's?
Yeah. So it looks like this big. It looks sort of like from Nightmare Before Christmas. Oogie Boogie.
Oh, the baby.
The body of the sarlacc looks like Oogie Boogie a little bit. Just the body. It's sort of like looks like a sack sort of. With arms.
Well.
Well. Boba Fett.
What have we here?
Anyway, so it takes over the cave of the Sarlacc or the pit of the Sarlacc or whatever.
Also sorry for those Tusken Raiders though. I was like, man, this running out there and trying to bring it out and they're trying to get away.
Yeah, but it gave sort of
it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine.
It gave this episode gave some humanity to the Tusken Raiders. They weren't just these
I hated them before
creatures. And they actually hired actual hearing impaired person to come up with the sign language.
I saw that. That was cool.
Nice
for the Tusken Raiders, which is pretty cool.
So you probably knew this, Ryan, because I know you're all-knowing of Star Wars.
No, I'm not all-knowing. Not at all.
There is a Tusken Raider that became a Jedi.
Yes.
I thought that was interesting.
His name was Phil.
He only has one hand though, because when he went up to do his yell, they used to grab the staff with both hands.
I mean, he has to. That's what happens.
Yeah. And nobody really still knows what the Tusken Raiders actually look like under the mask because they've been portrayed different ways in different media, but there's not been an official canon look to him, I don't think.
All look like Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny? But I'm glad that the Mandalorians sort of knew their language and we actually see them communicate and it's not just them running in and, popping up in front of your telescope thing.
Yeah. We talked about that before,
yeah. We got to see their dogs again.
Yes, that was cool. When those dogs came out, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I know who's coming around that corner.
And apparently, I didn't notice this. I read it that they traveled single file.
Yes,
all this.
They always travel single file.
So you don't know the numbers.
You don't know the numbers. Yep, this is true. Anyway, so the Krayt Dragon, they end up killing it. Mando uses a trick he learned from Han Solo to get Cobb to fly away. Pretty much he did the same thing. He just hit the jetpack and it shot off. Just a little callback to Return of the Jedi. And then he sacrificed himself, or so we thought. Wouldn't that be funny if he actually did sacrifice himself?
That was it.
And it was just
the rest of the time, we follow around Timothy Oliphant.
I would be okay with that, I think. Just him and the child. What are you doing, baby?
They did I thought their plan was going to be to pile up one of those elephant creatures with all the bombs and was just going to eat it.
Yeah.
I thought that was the plan to begin with.
It's a great plan.
And they're like, we're just going to bury it and blow it up underneath.
And here's the thing: why did they bury it so far away from the freaking cave?
Yeah,
we got to wait till it gets all the way out here so it can eat us all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know why they
would
had to really bury it in the first place necessarily. Because does it know what they
It's
look
like,
like?
I'm not going near those bombs.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys. Oh, wait a minute.
You guys.
I know what this is.
Yeah. It would make more sense for just to eat it.
Yeah.
But
Which is apparently in a video game. That's how you defeated it. There's like a video game that a Star Wars video game that one of the quests was to take down a crate dragon, and you get the big pearl as a
we need
reward.
to talk
There you
about
go.
that pearl.
And that's how you do it. You would like.
Were you guys so after they kill it, the Tusken Raiders get this what looks like a pearl out of it. Were you guys confused about that when you saw it, or did you know what was going on?
I mean, I thought it was an egg.
I thought it was like a pearl because I just thought it was like a oyster type thing, like it's eating all this sand, so it develops pearls in its belly or
That
something.
makes sense. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's just a pearl that
smart.
helps with its digestion or something.
Yeah, but the pearl can power a lightsaber. It has powered lightsabers before.
What?
The giant lightsaber.
The pearl can power just like a kyber crystal can power a lightsaber. This great pearl can power
Sounds like a
lightsaber.
crystal you should make.
I know. I should make a crate dragon crystal. Which next Friday my crystal goes on sale. Just so you know,
Nice.
the 20th. My crystal I have right here.
Get ready to roll in all that cash.
Yeah.
I hope I sell a few.
Oh, I'm sure you will. You'd be surprised.
I'd be surprised. But yeah, so I thought that was really cool that they brought back they put that Easter egg, if you want to, Easter pearl out there, so everybody could see. But they didn't really explain it, so it was only for the people that was sort of in the know. Because I'm seeing most people are like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
It took me a second. I was like, "What are they doing?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
And one reason I thought it was an egg because they were super excited to get it, right? And I was like, what do they eat? You know, it's like this could be what they like to eat because there was an egg and that other thing that they killed them. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But still, it's like it could be a big egg and they feed them for days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did get feed for they
meat.
got that meat fed them for days.
Yeah, they got a ton of meat.
And the Mandalorian
gross.
took some back with him.
Yeah.
And here's
I'll take some.
here's the call it to Galaxy's Edge. How did they roast the meat?
I know.
How?
With a pod racer.
With the pod racing
yeah.
engine,
Yeah.
just like they do at Ronto's Roasters on
The
Galaxy's Edge. They have a big pod racer engine.
So-
And, speaking of pod racer, though,
Yes.
did you notice? Cod was it Vance? Whatever.
Cobb
Timothy Oliphant. I don't know.
Vance.
Cobb
His
Vance.
pod racing
Pod.
speeder bike.
Right.
It's probably Cobb, but I just want to go with Cobb.
Todd.
Todd. No, Todd. Did you see his speeder bike that he was riding? What it was made
It
of?
was-
Good old Todd.
Part of a pod racer.
Yeah, but what pod racer specifically though? Because it
Little Orphan
looked
Annie.
a lot like Little Annie's pod racer.
Yeah, Little Orphan Annie's pod racer.
Oh,
It looked like it. I don't know if it was or not. That speeder bike that Mando has is from something. I just drew a blank. That was an Easter egg too.
Huh.
I think that was in something else.
Star Wars.
No, well, no, Star Trek. Star Wars, but I forget.
Mary Poppins.
Somebody in the comments could probably tell us.
We watched Mary Poppins this week. Both of the shows.
Both of the shows, huh?
Shut
I
up.
didn't know those shows.
Both of the movies. Shut your mouth.
You watch the moving pictures.
My son likes the second one better. I had to set him straight, though.
Yeah, some straight. Yeah. Anyways, so that's pretty much chapter 9. Overall, did you guys enjoy it?
I mean, it wasn't all.
It was
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. So,
Hey, and you looked up the most.
so at the ending, he's got the Mandalorian armor, or Boba Fett's armor. He's got it on his bike. He's riding out of town, I guess you want to call it that. You see the two suns in the sky.
Yeah.
The sunset.
Two
And you're
guys
like,
hanging outside.
and you're like, oh, it's the Tatooine's two sunsets, and then you see this figure walking across sand, and he turns his face, and who is it?
Aquaman's father.
Yeah.
Yes, Captain Rex.
Captain Ray.
He could be so many characters.
Yeah,
from Star Wars.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, who is it? We don't know.
But it's most likely Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
What if that's the only scene in the whole season 2 of him? That's it. That was all the hype was about.
I wouldn't mind it if the rest of the season you don't see him whatsoever.
And people would be so mad.
Yeah, the last bit is him showing up to collect his armor, and that's it. And the next season is about him
No, I think the last scene should just be him walking the other way. Just turn around going, where am I? Oh, no, this way. Yeah, but I mean, it looks like he's been sort of a nomad on Tatooine, so the Mandalorian's left Tatooine, so if he meets up, either Mandalorian has to come back and they meet up there, or somehow he gets off Tatooine and goes to find his armor. Which, I mean, hasn't had his armor for this long. Does he want it back even? You know?
Maybe he didn't know where it was.
Maybe. And he just happened to see, oh look, there's my
Yeah, he just happened to be out there.
Yeah.
He had raised that crate dragon from a little crate dragon. That was his buddy.
That's his friend.
And they killed him. So now he's out for revenge.
Yes. Anyways, so that was chapter 9. Overall, you liked it? Did it meet the expectations? I'm sitting you up, so just go ahead.
I thought it was good.
Okay, good. All right, we can move on.
I
liked
it. Was fine.
Yeah.
It was good.
I don't know that I was wowed necessarily with it, as much as I was the first, but it was fine. I mean, it kept it up.
It was
like I said earlier. I mean, I'm not going back on what I said. It was still entertaining. It was kept the story moving, and I thought it was good. But definitely like the second one better. I think.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah, I think so.
I think I like chapter 9 better than chapter 10, personally.
Hey, that's your opinion.
I think you're both wrong. I like them equally.
No, I mean they were both great. Don't get me wrong, they were both great. But I felt like chapter 10 was a filler episode. It'll probably change. It'll probably something. But it felt like just a random side quest.
But it could be something big. You never know.
Could be. You never know.
The first season had kind of random side quests.
Yeah.
Sure.
As well.
Like a video game. Mm-hmm. Except in these side quests, he doesn't get new armor out of it. His ship just gets destroyed.
Different colors.
So the next one is chapter 10. It's called The Passenger. And it stars, you may have seen her in such great movies as that one with the frog in it. I couldn't think of a movie with the frog in it. So,
Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog.
Or Muppets.
The Muppets. Anyways, it's
eating Gilbert Grape.
Random frog lady, which our father was like, well, they just have some weird characters.
That sums up Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah. But so he's still looking for more Mandalorians. He gets a tip from our poodle-haired lady, as Katrin likes to call, that there's somebody that knows where more Mandalorians are, and it happens to be this frog lady. And she said, there's only one thing, you got to take her to there. But no
light speed.
No light speed. Sublight. Like you only go sublight. And he throws a temper tantrum. Well, I don't want to go sublight. He likes to go fast.
He's running from the law.
Yeah.
Right? So, or the other bounty.
It's dangerous to go sublight speed.
Yeah. But it'll kill the eggs, and these are the last eggs
of this frog
lady.
Of this frog lady. It's if these die, it's the end of her line.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Poor thing.
And her husband, for some reason, went off already to this other planet to set up shop, basically.
Those frogmen.
Mm-hmm.
do their own thing. Anyways, okay, so they go on this road trip, if you would call it, to this other planet, but then they run into some X-wings. The X-wings basically say, what are you doing out here?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? And I thought that was a funny scene. It was sort of, it reminded me of the Han Solo scene when they're in when they're rescuing Princess Leia.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine here. Everything's fine.
How are you?
Yeah, how are you? Because he was just sort of like, I don't know. I can't find that right now.
I can't find it.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Not hooked up.
May the force be with you. I thought that was really funny. May the force be with you,
and also with you.
So they want him to basically fess up, and he just flies off onto this snowy planet where he's chased. Another snowy planet. And
it's either snow or sand.
Yeah, or there's the random
or swamp
greenery places. What? Go ahead.
Well, you don't forget that one of the X-wing pilots is the director, right?
Yeah, Dave Filoni. He's one of the directors.
I'm sorry. Yeah, of that episode.
One of the producers.
I'm sorry.
He's directed. Right. I think he directed one episode or two, maybe from the first season.
Yeah,
but he's the creative director behind like Star Wars, Clone Wars, Rebels.
So, I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was cool. That he was one of them. But they chase him down. Well, they try to chase him down, but they lose him in the ice. And then you think we're good to go. And the whole ship falls to the ice.
Of course it does.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow it gets damaged where it can't fly right then, but it can fly later.
Yeah, he got it to fly really easily.
Yeah. It didn't take much to fix it.
No.
Yeah, because he's like, well, we're stuck here. You happy,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like, let me turn it on.
Yeah. We gotta fix this big hole. We can just leave the hole and we can all stay up here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he rebuilt the whole ship before, so I mean,
yeah,
that's true.
This sort of skipping ahead, but I'm still trying to figure out how he replaced all the glass that got broken in the cockpit so fast.
Well, it didn't really break in the cockpit.
No. The giant spider, which we'll get to in a minute, put two of its legs through the glass of the cockpit because you see it go down by his face.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm like, does he just have extra glass laying around, or how'd that work?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
it's the glass. Yeah.
Anyway, so he's trying to fix the ship after she gives him a hard time by talking through the droid that he killed in season 1, which was a little creepy.
Voiced by Richard Ayoade.
Yeah.
From IT Crowd.
Yeah.
There's a great travel show if you want to watch.
Yes, he does. Anyway, so the frog lady decides she wants to go hot tubbing in the middle of the snow.
As one does.
And finds a hot spring. And all the while, the child is stealing her eggs and eating them.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
Yeah. You would think that she would, because this is the last of her, lineage, that she would like know how many eggs that she has and be like very protective. But she's just like, I'm just going to throw my eggs in the back. And then, she gets it back and she puts them all in the hot tub. So either she doesn't know how many eggs she has, or she doesn't care about some of her eggs.
That species can't count.
I guess, because he keeps taking the eggs. And she's just sort of like, whatever. Is what it is.
Maybe he can sense evil in some of the eggs. So that's why he's eating the evil eggs.
There's a fan theory that there's a channel called Ordinary Adventures that I watch sometimes on YouTube, and one of the guy in there, Peter, has a fan theory that he didn't eat them, that he's protecting some of the eggs, and later on in another episode, when the canister gets broken, it's his theory that he'll regurgitate them and be like, "Here's your eggs."
Yeah, I don't.
Oh no, I don't think it'll happen either. I'm just saying that's like it's been posted everywhere.
Well, in the first season, he ate a frog, right?
Yeah. Well,
So I mean, that's just
spiders.
that's what he loves. It's
Yeah, he didn't chew.
Loves
Like
anything.
as Winchester says in the comments, he didn't chew them up. He just swallowed them. So
well, I mean,
sucked
maybe
them down. That's how he likes his
elegant.
eggs.
He's a fan of boba tea. Loves boba.
So then we're at the hot tub. The child, being the child, um, goes and finds the eggs from aliens.
Mm-hmm. Xenomorphs. Yeah.
Yeah. Pries one of those bad boys open and eats the inside of it. He'll eat anything.
Tigers. Yeah.
And
He's a hungry, growing fella.
and we find out that, and I'm going to mispronounce, so just in the comments or whatever, you can just tell me I mispronounced it. The Krykna spider like creatures. Krykna, I don't know. It's Krykna, which I have one right here that somebody gave to me from Galaxy's Edge. So I had when it popped on the screen, I was like, I have one of those. And they look like spiders. And our mother, who is here, is terrified of spiders.
Yes.
So I'd already seen the episode. They hadn't seen it, so we were watching it, and I was like, now there might be a part of this you don't want to watch. And she said, as long as it's not snakes or spiders, I'm good. And I go, well,
not snakes.
So, of course, what's the first thing I do? I go to my office, I grab this spider, and I put it in their bed before they get in bed.
Oh, gosh. Give our parents a heart attack.
So we hear something up. My dad and I are still sitting downstairs, and we hear something, and then she comes stomping down the stairs and just hands it to me. He's like, "What are you doing to me?" But yeah, so there's a bunch of baby ones, and then the mama comes out, and the mama is huge.
Did I freeze or did you freeze?
Huge.
It's huge. I think
and mad.
Yeah, and mad.
Hey,
so it comes out huge and mad and very hungry, I guess, because what else are they going to eat on this snow planet?
Ice.
Yeah, ice.
Mm-hmm.
So they start chasing in a cool scene through the tunnels.
Huh.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ron and Harry are running through the forest.
I don't know why he didn't keep that flame thing on the whole time and just like aim it behind him. You know? Flame that bad boy up.
How did he not burn the ship up though, right? Like at that part where he's
well, it's
a movie, right? Or a show.
What I thought was interesting is
Harry Potter.
The Krykna or Krykna, whatever. They're based off of Ralph McQuarrie drawings that he did for creatures for Empire Strikes Back, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
It didn't make it into the movie. I thought that was cool.
Which a comment in the chat says, "We love McQuarrie concept art coming to life, though."
Yep.
So there you go.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
there
that's really
you
cool.
go. Now,
I love at the end of the episodes they show the artwork, the concept drawings for the and that
awesome.
That was really cool.
These creatures have also appeared in an episode of Rebels, where they had to try to survive the spiders.
Something different.
I think it was these. I'm pretty sure. You can Google it.
I think they're based off that, but they're different because they have a different number of legs and they're called something different.
Oh, now we're gonna look and have
the mystery of Chopper Base, because Kryknas are blaster proof and only have 6 legs.
Oh no, they were not blaster proof.
No,
this episode,
not at all.
Well, then I was wrong. I remembered wrong. Oh well.
Okay. I'm here to correct you and make
you
inform.
Yeah.
I got one Star Wars question comment wrong. Well, then why are they in the Star Wars Rebels wiki?
I don't know.
I remember them from... Yeah, they were in there. I mean, they look exactly the same.
Lucasfilm creative art manager Phil Szostak confirmed they weren't the Krykna from the Mystery of Chopper Base, because Kryknas are blaster proof and only have 6 legs.
How many does this thing have? How many did that one have on there? This has 6.
8. I don't know.
Well, the one I have here has 6, and it looks just like the one from the show.
I guess that they're similar.
I don't know. I think people are just being weird because this is the one from the Ralph McQuarrie. Yeah, based off early concept art.
I don't know. I'm just
It's on the internet, Ryan.
on the internet. The internet's never wrong.
Well, I'm on the internet too, and it's telling me something different.
Your internet's wrong. My internet's right.
Boys.
I'm on Ask Jeeves. What are you on?
iamDB.
Oh, well, mine's
They're all about the movies.
Star Wars Rebels Fandom.com.
Oh, well.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's a spider.
It really doesn't.
It's a spider in the snow. So what did you think? I'm pretty sure you probably knew that when the blaster, they make it back to the Raven Crest and then you see this mysterious blaster fire. Did you know it was the X-Wings?
I wasn't sure.
I actually wasn't sure. I didn't really know.
Yeah.
If, I wasn't
Maybe
even
somebody
thinking
lived
about them
there
anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about them. I would have thought they would have given up looking around. Because it seemed like they've been there a while.
Yeah.
So they're gone.
What I really liked about that scene was the classic blaster fire sounds. Because, that was the classic ones from, like, New Hope. It was really just cool hearing all those blaster fires over and over again. But then that was sort of a weird scene because they're like, yeah, we know you did these things. Yeah, that's not the blaster fire.
Yeah, and you just pulled that from the child's belly.
I know, that was really weird looking. Anyways, it was sort of a strange scene, I thought, because they were just like, yeah, we know who you are. We're going to let you go this time, but we're not going to help you. So see ya. Yeah, it was just sort of weird.
You, but we're leaving you for dead.
Yeah, it was sort of strange, I thought.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because, the Mandalorian could be like, hey, I got this frog lady. She's trying to save her lineage. But he doesn't mention that.
Yeah, you would think they would help with that.
Yeah, you think they'd be
got a pregnant lady in the back.
Well, they're not cops.
He could have mentioned that at the very beginning and solved all this. Be like, hey, I know you don't know who I am, but I'm trying to save this lady's eggs. Can you help guide us down and then we can talk? You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he could have taken them both easily on the ground if he had to. Because he's taken out like hordes of stormtroopers.
Wouldn't necessarily want that trouble. And there could be stuff on his ship that's not very legal.
Well, that's why he would just probably kill them, because we've seen that he pretty much kills anybody he wants to. You know?
True.
Except for the random security guard in the prison. He didn't want him dead, but everybody else
he didn't really kill just to kill, though.
No, I know that, but it's just like, if there's trouble,
you call DW.
Yeah, if there's trouble, he immediately just takes over. You know, just like the little dude that stole his jetpack. He just immediately kills him and then shrugs at the child like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I knew that guy wasn't getting away with it.
Yeah, I was like, what happened? So, Katrin, you said you liked this episode better than the first one?
I think so. I think it felt more like the music was normal. I guess that's my thing. I don't know why I'm so hung up on that, but it felt fine, and I liked. I don't know. It was kind of a funny episode.
Yeah.
Well,
in a lot of ways.
It's interesting you say that because it was directed by Peyton Reed, who's the director of Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh,
that's cool.
There you go. So yeah, I don't know. They're both great, but whatever.
Yes, as mentioned in our comments, Filoni was in the episode where the guard he kept the guard alive, and they did mention that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then just all the throwbacks in this one with the X-wing coming in. You're just like, oh, it's an X-wing, you know.
Yeah.
And
when they got quiet and they opened the wings, were you guys like, oh, here we go?
It's going down.
The mummy's like, "Hey, can you switch the channel for me,
Yeah.
or whatever?"
That was
I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is going sideways."
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Yeah, and then the cantina scene we didn't talk about.
Oh
when
yeah.
they're in the cantina, it's one thing I read was saying that was Han's table.
I'm trying to think the placement
Like-
where it was versus the
Like
bar.
I didn't think it was in the right part of
I don't
town.
know if it was. No. That
But-
was the cantina. That
Okay.
was the cantina.
So it was the cantina. Okay,
But I don't know if that table was Hans.
so it doesn't.
Maybe
It really doesn't
doesn't
matter.
really
I didn't
matter.
notice, but then
Plaque at Han's table. It
So-
says Han shot here.
So when you said that there was a throwback or call out for Galaxy's Edge, I thought about that scene because you see all of the IG heads on the bar.
Well, that was from
Galaxy's Edge.
the cantina from New Hope. They had
So
the
they
IG
have
heads.
Okay, I
Because
never noticed.
they had those in the New Hope, and then when they were making bounty hunters for Empire Strikes Back, they're like, "What do we got laying around that we can make some bounty hunters out of?" And they're like, "Oh, here's a prop from the cantina. It could be a head." And they made that the IG IG.
Speaking of, did you ever finish your helmet, Chris? Your
Yeah.
IG head?
No comment.
No comment. That's a no. Last time I saw it, it wasn't
Yeah.
finished.
No, I need to get back to that. I just
You
haven't.
do. All right. Sorry.
Alright.
Sidetrack. But yeah, just all the different call outs with the, which I guess the R5 was in the first episode of the new
first
season.
episode. But R5 was one of the droids. Another R5 unit was a droid on the X-Wing. One of the X-Wings. There was an R5.
Yeah. X-Wings, the cantina. Yeah.
Now we're just naming things in the episode.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
They're playing that game that Han Solo played.
They were playing Sabak. Yeah,
They did play, yeah, which I got you for a birthday present.
yeah, it's sitting right here.
Play
I don't
all
have.
the time.
I don't have anybody to play with. Nobody will play with me. You can't really play it by yourself. I've asked several times. I've taken it on trips. I'm like, "You guys want to play this game?" And people are like, no. I'm just like, okay.
Trading cards or what is it?
They're afraid that you'll make them bet
Oh, yeah.
their ship.
Chris will be down here and next weekend, and I'll make him play it with me.
Yes, he will.
That's you.
There was a huge ant alien.
That
in the canteen.
that is a character from what?
Mandible.
Yeah, Dr. Mandible or whatever.
Mhm.
He's been in other things. Or that species, anyways, has been in other things of Star Wars.
Yeah, it would mark the first live action.
Yes. I forget, was he in a book, or I forget what he was
A
in.
novel, The Dark
Novel.
Nest One, The Joiner King. I don't know how you don't know these things, Ryan.
I knew it, but I didn't know
I
what
just,
it was from.
that was like off the top of my head.
I have
just
not
remembered
read
that
all the books.
fact.
Anyways, well, we've
I'm
been
sitting here
talking for
looking
over an
at
hour,
IMDb.
so
We have. It's we've been on YouTube for over an hour and 21 minutes.
Yeah.
Actually.
so that's just a little taste of what the bigger round table will be like. We just wanted to go
We're
to
gonna
the
go
first.
over all of that again.
Yeah, no, not really. But what do you guys? We'll leave it with this. I mean, Chris does. Katrin has a game, but I don't know if we have time for a game.
That's fine. We don't have to.
We'll save it for another time. What do you hope for the rest of the season?
More good things.
Oh gosh,
Good things. Yeah. We've heard all these rumors of who's supposed to be in here. What characters are supposed to be on the show, and I'm excited to see those characters come in and how everything ties together. I mean, it's I really want to know what's so important about the child. Like, why? What is it about?
Do you think we'll find that out this season?
I hope so. Good grief.
At least something about it. That'd be nice.
Yeah, maybe some more hints or something.
I'm looking forward to Moff Gideon coming back.
Yeah. I'm hoping some of the rumor characters come in a different way than everybody's expecting, just sort of to surprise people.
Yeah, the
Just
dark
walking in the
saber.
background.
Yeah.
Vance Cope says the
Hey,
Darksaber.
it's me, Ahsoka. And then this song. Yes, the Darksaber. I want more of the Darksaber. Do you think the Mandalorian will take the Darksaber?
Wield the dark.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
It would match his outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, because it belongs. He's been reclaiming stuff that belongs to Mandalorians, and that belongs to Mandalore.
Interesting.
So he may try to take it back. Yeah. Sabine. I'm hoping Sabine. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the WWE wrestler
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks is going to play Sabine. That would be sort of cool. I think they both have the same color hair, pretty much. So
That's how you get jobs.
yeah. Then Ahsoka will maybe pop up. We'll see. Probably going to pop up, most definitely. But I don't know. I hope it gets more and more epic. I hope there's a lot of surprises. That's the one thing I liked about season 1. They kept it all under wraps, and you didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
So hopefully there's more surprises on the way. But yeah. Any other last thoughts? Besides, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Good.
It'll be interesting to see if he continues to repair his ship. I mean, it's got to get expensive.
Yeah,
right?
it's sort of hobbling along right now. I think that's why we're going to see him on a boat in one episode. There's a clip. No, there's a clip where him and the child have to board like a freighter boat, and I'm wondering if it's because he can't fly ship around.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know. It's like a fishing boat or something. Anyways, all right. So
Find out tomorrow.
So we'll be ready for the watch along here in a few hours.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's getting so hard to avoid spoilers, you know, the way they do it now. Like if I waited till tomorrow night, there's going to be spoilers everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So. Well, just don't go to the internet.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Mando's side trip to the casino plant where the child learns to play roulette.
Oh gosh, please no.
They save some horses.
Yeah, ride the cowboy.
They can't save the horses then. The horses get saved years later.
We could save the children.
Yeah, save the horses.
Horses.
Oh,
Children are our future, people. Come on.
No, these horses are.
How do you get to the future, though?
Horses.
By riding a horse.
All right. I think with that, I think we'll wrap it up for the night. You guys sound good?
Yeah. Put a bow on it.
Put a bow on it. We're hoping in the next couple weeks to have an episode. We're inviting the Main Street Electrical podcast to come back and join us. And if you like Disney podcasts, check them out because they're fun. Main Street Electrical podcast. They're going to come back. We may do some a fun tournament of sorts with the resorts of Walt Disney World.
I will do great.
I know. That's why I'm so excited.
No one's going to pick me for their team. It's fine.
And then Geeksgiving will be coming up.
Man.
It's fast. Like, I don't know when we're going to record that episode. But there may be a special guest.
Could be.
I don't know if they have a name yet.
Well, probably not.
Anyways, so check us out on Facebook. I Am Group. Join I Am Group. Instagram. I Am Geek Show. We're on Twitter, but we hardly ever post anything on there. So check us out, and then we'll have more stuff, more episodes coming soon. And if you want a T-shirt, shop.spreadshirt.com/IamGeek.
I gotta give you one, but
if you want to buy one. Oh, Winchester's going to Disney next week, so he'll bring us. I'm sure he'll bring us back some presents. Thanks,
no,
Winchester.
Don't say that.
I'm just kidding.
Please don't do that.
I want to go with him. Can we come with you, Winchester?
Yes, we all do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so next week, same bat time, same bat channel, I guess.
Yes.
Same chow time, same chow chow.
Yes.
Chow chow.
Cha 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 cha.
Anyway, this has been episode 170 of I Am Geek, and this is the way.